Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9 No Thrills. So today's video will be more of a guide sort of video, and this will be on the Mycelial Reactor and how you can get 25 million RF per tick out of this one block right here. It's not this one block, there's like a few blocks that you need to get in place before we can do that, but you will get 25 million RF per tick from the Mycelial Reactor, which is this one right here. I'm doing all of this in my survival series for All the Mods 9 No Thrills, but it should act the same in All the Mods 9 and All the Mods 8, all of the ones that have Industrial Foregoing, basically. I've already set up most of the automations for all of the little bits, like the plastic and the ether gas and things like that. I did that in previous episodes, so if you do want to find that, then go check out the playlist. That's what I'm going to say. So, the Mycelial Reactor, the way that this works is when you've got every other generator from Industrial Foregoing running, this produces 25 million RF per tick, as I've been saying. To get this to actually produce that amount of power, we do need to set up every single one of these mycelial generators right here. And they need to be producing power for this one here to work, basically. So my plan is I'm going to probably dig down quite a bit, and I'm going to put all of the annoying generators, because a few of these have some like status effects, like the frosty one makes you slow if you're nearby. There's the I think it's the nether star one that gives you withering if you're nearby, which is horrible, right? You don't want that. But all of the ones that are really easy for us to set up, we're going to set up here somewhere. And then I'm going to build something around it. So I have set up all of the stuff from Industrial Foregoing already. So like I've got plastic all set up. If you want to see all of that, then follow along on my series. So this is actually in a playlist right now, this video. If you go and look at the beginning of the playlist and watch through, I do a lot of Industrial Foregoing. But this is basically the best power you can get until you get infinite power with the ATM star in All the Mods 9 No Thrills. So first thing is first, we've got the furnace mycelial generator. This one is probably the easiest one, and it's the one that everyone sort of knows about, right? Because it's very familiar to everybody. And that is, it's a furnace. So you put in some coal or, I don't know, wood, whatever you fancy. Anything that burns basically can go in here and generate power. So if we grab, I'm on my fluid grid, brilliant. If we grab one piece of coal and we stick that in, there you go, that gives us 80 seconds of it generating at 80 FE per tick. So that's pretty good actually. That's really, really long amount of time. That's really useful. So yeah, we are going to use an exporter from refined storage because our refined storage system is already set up in this building over here. And I'm going to snake a cable over to this area over here. As I said, I am going to dig down and I'm going to put a, I don't know, we're going to put something downstairs. I might move this over so this is in the center as well. There you go, that's much nicer. Right under here, I did put an export bus, or an exporter, sorry. And we're just going to put coal in there because we've got a ton of coal. We've been doing some stuff with the chunk destroyer, so we've got loads of coal. The only issue we've got now is when this fills up with power, it will stop working. It will stop actually using like the coal and stuff. So we do need to extract this. See, it stops at 18 seconds right there. We need to extract the power from this. Now, I'm going to use flux networks for this. No, I'm not. Yes, because what if the power isn't being used? So what we are going to use is we're just going to use some energy trash cans. So I'm going to make 16 of these energy trash cans because none of these really give you that much power. The thing that you want to get power out of is the Mycelial Reactor, right? So I'm just going to put this on like that. And that is just voiding all of the power that comes out of this. Now, bear in mind that is 80 FE per tick. This is 25 million FE per tick. So obviously just getting rid of the 80 is not that bad in my opinion. So there's a couple of other really easy ones. So like the slime generator, I believe you need milk and slime balls. So that's kind of not an easy one in my opinion. The culinary generator, this one's interesting, let's just say. So there's a few different things, and the more complex the food seems to be, the longer it is producing. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how much power it produces. So like this one here produces less power, but is for a longer amount of time, and that is the anchovy pizza. Ugh, okay. So we've got like the relic apple right here. That one is an apple. What are the other bits for it? I think it's a diamond and an emerald, or 2 diamonds, 2 emeralds, and that's 160 seconds, but only 64 FE per tick. So obviously not as good as some of the other bits that we've got around here. So basically we want to find something that is pretty good on time and easy enough for us to just like crank out or automate. So in this situation, deep fried shrimp. Okay, that one's not as easy as it looks. Fish and chips, it's not as easy as it looks either. There's 86 pages worth of this because we've got things like Croptopia and Thermal, the culinary thing from Thermal. So let's have a look round and try and find one that is easy for us to automate. Now this one here actually looks okay. Cooked pork chops. So the cooked pork chops right here come from raw pork, and you can get the raw pork from a loot fabricator. And we can easily do that. We can use I've got a pig data model already, so we just need the pig prediction. So we could do all of that if we wanted. That is a point. Okay, well, I'm going to stick the culinary generator down right there. I might come back to all of these. This is the sort of thing that you need to sort of think about when you are making this mycelial reactor. So you have to try and pick out the easiest thing for each of the generators you've got here. So the potion generator can actually run off of water bottles, so bottles of water. So if you've got a way of making water bottles, these ones, just regular ones like this, got a way of making this. We've got the fluid encapsulator, so I'm going to make one of these, I think, and that's going to fill up a bottle, or glass bottle at least. I believe you get the glass bottle back from this. I'm not entirely sure though, so we might have to set up some sand or something for that, but that's okay, and make a load of bottles out of it. So what we'll do is we'll export into this some water bottles, and we'll have a crafting recipe set up for. So next up on the list, we've got the disenchantment. So again, this one's relatively easy. I'm gonna do them. Wait, how many is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 5 out. So like there. I think that's about the same distance. There we go. Anyway, this one, disenchantment generator. In fact, let's pick it up, and we'll have a look in that. Luckily, JEI gives us the like all the deets for this. Looks like most things, Silk Touch, for example. To be fair, it doesn't really matter as long as we've got an enchanted book going through. So, do you give us the enchanted book back, or the book at least? I'm not entirely sure. We'll find that out in a sec. Anyway, what we can do with this one is we can use the enchanter. There is a specific enchanter from Industrial Foregoing, so we can use that. And then the next one is the Ender Generator. I cannot remember if this one gives you any. Tell you what, we can figure that one out. Let's go Ender Pearl. Doesn't seem to be doing any like bad things to me, so that's a good one right there. That means we can literally just export Ender Pearls into this. We do have a load of mob farms all set up over here right now. They are basically turned off because I'm using the mob slaughter factory to get a load of stuff from these. But anyway, that does mean that we've got loads of ender pearls, so we can just feed these ender pearls over there. which will be relatively easy to do. Next one on the list is the explosive mycelial generator. So this one is a pain. So we're not going to do this one. We're going to do that one downstairs, I think, because it does like a little explosion in the area around it. It doesn't, I don't think it destroys blocks or anything. So if I place this one here, I can show you real quick. We need a gunpowder, let's say. So we need a good source of gunpowder as well. So if we put this one in, there you go. It does loads of explosions and is very loud. So we can pick that one up again. This one is going in the pain in the bum column. The slime one is actually not that bad because I've got a recipe already set up for slime. So slime, we are using the metallurgic infuser recipe for slime. So clay and some biomass gets you some slime balls. And the only annoying part for this is you also need milk to go with it. So if I do this and we go to the slime generator, wherever, oh no, it went past it. Yeah, you need milk and you need a slime ball to get this to produce. So we need some way of getting milk. And now there is a thing from Industrial Foregoing itself which gets you milk. So that's really useful. So we're going to do that. I'll show you that when we get to it. The frost mycelial generator, again, is going with the annoying ones because it gives you slowness. Halitosis, I believe that, or, well, we can find out, can't we? So let's place this one down and get some dragon's breath. Again, I've got a ton of dragon's breath. No, we're good. There's no, okay, cool. There's nothing to do with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with any status effects for that one. So that one's really useful. We've got the magma, and that one, I believe, let's pick it up again. And what we can do is have a look. Yes. Again, you can supply it with lava and a redstone and you get more FE per tick, but we don't really care about the power that comes out of this. We just care about the power that comes out of the mycelial reactor. So only lava is going into this. I haven't in my series yet set up infinite lava using create. So that is something we are going to have to do today as well. Pink mycelial generator just literally requires anything that is pink. So if we have a look here, all of these things are pink. And you can use any of them. So I'm not entirely sure which one we're going to do for this. Maybe we use pink concrete because you use the least amount of pink for that. In fact, we probably use pink concrete powder. 3.45, and then what is it for pink concrete itself? 3.45. So yeah, we should just use pink concrete powder. I would use pink, just the color pink, you know, the dye, but meh. So we're going to bookmark that one up there. Now, the next one is Nether Star. If I remember correctly, the Nether Star one is the one that gives you withering. So I'm going to put that with the annoying right there. The Death mycelial generator, I cannot remember if this one gives you any horrible status effects. So let's grab ourselves with the skeleton skull. Or, yeah. Again, we've got wither skeletons automated over there. They aren't hooked up to my system yet, but that is fine because we can... Okay, it just does damage in an area. So that one is also very annoying. Okie dokie. So fingers crossed these ones here aren't that annoying. Although I vaguely remember the rocket generator being kind of annoying. It gives you levitation. I think we could do this. Oh, hello. Why are you not letting me put you in there? It doesn't say what goes in the rocket generator. That's interesting. Hopefully this one works. If not, my entire video is a bit naff right now. Right, never mind. It's because if we go into this, there you go. There's one of these. I think it's called Polymorph, the mod for this. But there's two types, and you see this one's got a flight duration. We need the one with the flight duration. It might be a right pain to automate. Anyway, you put that one in, and it gives you levitation. So again, this one's really annoying, and it's only for I think 3.5 seconds. So, another annoying one. We're going to put all of the annoying ones together. So, the last two are the crimed one. Now, the crimed one needs... let's have a look, any of these bits from the nether. So, I think one of these you can grow. It takes a whole minute to get one of these, and how long does it take in the crime generator? 10 seconds. So you need at least 6, maybe 7 of these twisted vines in the botany pots. So you could do like 7 botany pots, and you should get like extra left over of these vines. Now, if I remember correctly, vine, I don't have any of those. That's a bit of a pain. That's wait, what are the other bits? Warped. That's what I wanted to put in. Yeah. So like we could use this. We could use the warp fungus. What does the warp fungus give us? Again, that takes a minute. It takes a minute to roll one of these. You get 100% chance though by the looks of it, and then you get a little bit of a chance to get these two as well. And again, this one takes 10 seconds, so we could just use the warp fungus. So again, we're going to need to set up a bunch of these, filter everything in, and we've got one already. This is probably a stupid idea, but I am going to put one of these in just to see if it gives any status effects. Doesn't seem to, so we are all good. Actually lasts for quite a long time by the looks of it. 10 seconds. Already figured that one out. Okay, so this one is definitely going to stay here somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stick it there. This is going to be the entrance, I think. So I'm going to walk in like this. And then we're going to have another one right here, which is going to be the metallurgic generator. Now this one is right pain because it also needs liquid meat and any type of ingot. So it doesn't matter what it is. You could use brick even. So we've got automated clay set up over there. So we could set up a brick and then put the brick in there. We have actually got 4.2 million copper. So we are going to use copper for this one. So a few of these are going to need an extra exporter. And I believe I am just going to use the energy trash can on all of these. So a really good food source to begin with is avocado toast. And it is going to last for 80 seconds, it says right there. What about just toast on its own is 56 seconds. Now, I don't think adding the avocados is actually worth it, because there's a little bit more setup if we do that. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to make toast, I think. I think if we put bread in there as well, it will be 40 seconds. So we might not even need to put bread in there. But there's a few different ways you can do bread. You can either do wheat like this, or you can make wheat dough, which looks easy enough. I think there's another way of doing it though, right? So let's have a look. Other dough, wheat dough like this. So we could do it this way, and we could set up something like this. I like this idea. Okay, and then we use the wheat dough and we'll spout it up into bread. Okay, let me go and set up some crafting recipes for this. Okay, I changed my mind. We are actually going to do toast because it was just one more recipe that I could set up. So toast. There we go. Just regular old toast. Not even the buttered kind. How do you make a toast sandwich? How many does that give us? 80. Whereas toast gives us 50. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, we'll just put toast in. That'll be fine. Now, we also need a crafting card for this one, because it does need to go through a few recipes before it actually gets some toast, if you know what I mean. So we're going to put in this case, a crafting upgrade. It'll be the crafting card from Applied Energistics. But there we go. That one is now producing some toast. So toast is going in here. Furnace generator, we've already done. So the potion mycelial generator again, we are going to have to set up a recipe for this, I believe. And we can use the same fluid encapsulator that we've just set up for the water buckets. So again, we're going to need a crafting upgrade right there. And that will go in here with some water bottles. Oh, hello, water bottles. Now, I don't have any in my system right now, but when we get a crafting upgrade in here, we will also need to go put a recipe together for the crafting upgrade. Now, interestingly enough with this one, the glass bottle stays where it is. So we can't actually export any more water bottles into this until we remove this glass bottle. So for this, we can use an importer. And I'm actually going to use an importer. I would use a modular router, but let's use import. And what we can do is we can tell this to import only glass bottles. Although I believe it will import anyway. Oh, hello. Stick that there. We need a cable here. I believe it, okay, it will import the water bottles. So what we can do is we can get one of the water bottles and we can blacklist water bottles. So when that is done, it will use it up, it will put a new water bottle in there, and it will continue going, and it will just continue over and over. And that is that one done, basically. And it is, again, outputting power to the energy trash can. Right, next one. I've just opened up the floor. Next one is going to be the Ender mycelial generator. Now, I think the Eyes of Ender actually have a longer, so 160, whereas it's 80 for the Ender Pearls. So it's actually kind of worth making the Eyes of Ender. So I can do that right now. There we go. That's a long time. We don't have to worry about this one. That one's an easy one for us, which is good. I will go and hook up my Enderman at some point to my system. But for now, we've got the Disenchantment Mycelial generator. So this one is very interesting. So if I tell you what, I'm going to go get just any enchanted book out of my library that I've got set up. All of my books from my system go straight into my enchantment library right here. So let's use a Bane of Arthropods. Now this is Bane of Arthropods 1, so it's only 36 seconds. If we get Bane of Arthropods 10, it doesn't even let me look, so there you go, 4. Bane of Arthropods 4 is also 36 seconds. So might as well just use 1 Bane of Arthropods. And I want to see if this gives you the book back. That's really useful. So we don't even need to go and get the thing that gives us the book. So what we can do with this is if we use an enchanter and at industrial foregoing, enchantment applicator, we want an enchantment factory. So this thing right here is really useful. You have to give it, tell you what, I'm going to get another one of those books purely because I'm really running out of books right now, which is why I mentioned it earlier. So if I stick that one in there, okay, we've got a bunch of books. Not a bunch, we've got a few. So what this one does is if you give it some XP, that's actually getting power from this. I like that. If you give it some XP, or in our case, we've got, oh, we can actually use an export on this as well. You can put the essence as the filter right here. And all you need is a cable to go here and here, and that is putting some essence into, there we go, into the enchantment factory right there. It's not very quick, but that's fine. Anyway, when you get a certain amount of essence in the enchantment factory, it will enchant a book, and what we can do is tell it to output the book down. We can just output up. Yeah, awesome. And then this one we can output down, and we are doing that. So basically the book gets enchanted using some of this fluid essence. I need to put some speed upgrades in the export right there. So it gets enchanted using the fluid essence. The enchanted book goes down into the disenchantment. It gets disenchanted, the book goes here and then goes back up into this to get enchanted again. Anyway, there you go. That's the disenchantment mycelial generator. Sorted, in my opinion. All sorted. Brilliant. So the next one up on the list is the slimy mycelial generator. I have got an exporter with a crafting upgrade for slime. The next one is going to be, we need some way of milking a cow. So I need to go get a cow. Luckily I've got a mob yoinker, so we're going to go find one. There we go. We got ourselves a cow right there, and we need an animal rancher. So the animal rancher is just going to go, of course it places the other way. Let's put it this way. And all we need to do is put a cow in front of this and power this. Yeah, all we need to do is power this and put a cow here. So we need to block the cow in as well, just for now. So fences, there we go. It's getting us some milk. And then what we can do is we can send this one, I think back is the way that I need to put it. No, back, push. And then this one we want to do back, pull. There we go. So that is getting the milk from over there. And one thing we can do is we can turn off the sound in this area. So let's do cow milk. There we go. We can leave the cow sounds because I like the cow sounds. And the other thing that we can do is we can get rid of the flux point because this should now power this. So for the next one, the magma, we are going to need some lava. So I'm going to set up some infinite lava real quick. So that is, we need the hose pulley, we need a hand crank, which is one of these bad boys from Create. So these two are from Create, and then we are going to get some ender chests. No, ender tanks. And I'm going to set up a new ender tank for, in fact, let's make this one red. 1 and 2. Tank. Let's make 2 red tanks. 1 and 2. One of these we're going to set up in the nether with the hose pulley and the mechanism pipes, if we've got them anywhere. Yeah, we've got mechanism pipes. So let's pop into the nether real quick. The way that Create handles infinite lava, or at least these hose pulleys, is if you are... Oh, go away. Thank you. Let's go somewhere where there's nothing shooting at us. There we go. So if we put it here, for example, and then we put the hand crank on the side. If this here is more than 10,000 source blocks, it does see it as infinite. So let me do this. Okay, why can I not see it move up and down? Ah, yeah. So it needs to go on the other side. Oh, and we need to get rid of that. So it looks like it's the other direction. So you need the hose pulley to go underneath, just like that, so we can see it. No, we can't see underwater, can we? Or under lava, let's say. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use a ultimate mechanical pipe from mechanism, because it doesn't need to be from Create that you do this. So we do that. 1 and 2. And there you go, that's pulling out infinite lava. We just need to chunk load this area. Yeah, about that. This this is filling up ridiculously quick. You can see it go up a bucket every couple of ticks, or every tick even, by the looks of it. My goodness. So yeah, we got infinite lava now, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to use an export bus to just export lava. There we are. So that is now filling up with lava. We don't even need to put any like speed upgrades in this, I don't think. I think it will work absolutely fine without them. So the one after that is the halitosis generator. So this is halitosis is like bad breath in real life if you've got halitosis. So let's put that there. So what we can just do is put some dragon's breath. There we go. And that lasts forever. So you don't have to worry about that really. You can actually go and collect a load of dragon's breath. We've got a lot of Dragon's Breath right there because we are making it in our basement right here. So we've got hostile neural networks. You get an Ender Dragon prediction right there. That goes in here and you get 16 Dragon's Breath. And then this one plays out again, you get another one, and so on and so on. And that's how we've got so many Dragon's Breath. So, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do for pink right here, but even for pink concrete, we're going to need pink dye. I did the best I could, and this does definitely work, and we are making concrete powder out of it, easy enough. So the way that this works is we've got a phytogenic insulator right here with some dye seeds. Now you can make the dye seeds quite easily. You just need some of this agglomeratio. So you need to make all of these different dyes, including pink, lime, orange, and cyan. Get them all together, and then you do all of the mystical stuff with it. I'm not going to go over that today, but that's how I'm doing it. I'm using some dye essence. Anyone knows a better way of getting pink, then let me know. I know we could probably set up a bunch of botany pots and then have the botany pots just have like loads of pink flowers or something in there and then feed that in like we were going to do with the crimed mycelial generator with the warp fungus. So we're not doing that anymore, by the way. I've got another plan for that. But anyway, the way that this works is phytogenic insulator is set up exactly how it's normally set up. So we've got water in the bottom. We've got an input-output on the top. So what happens here is the seed goes up into this drawer right here in the top bit and then gets pulled straight back in to this section right here. This means that you don't need the or whatever it's called, here we go, that's the one that I actually mean. The cyclical processing. So products may be transferred to input on process completion. That means that the dye seed will be, instead of output to the side, it will be put back in the input slot. Doesn't matter with this because the seed's going up and then being pulled back in. So you can actually have an extra flux linkage amplifier, making it even quicker. Now, once that's done and it goes into here and we get loads and loads of dye essence, I'm using a logistical transporter from Mechanism to pull out just the dye essence. And the way that I've done that is I've set up some filters in here. So the way that this works is quite interesting because all of these where the end stone is, we can actually take these out because they are remembered slots. I don't want to use shift click because it sometimes forgets the remembered slots when you use shift click. But the way that this works is, yeah, we can take those out now. These are just, I don't want these to fill up sort of areas, right? So I've got two recipes right here. The first one is the dye essence in the crafting area right here. Stays in the internal area, so that's what this button here does. Then that means that the dye essence just gets turned into pink dye, and I don't want to pull any of these out, otherwise they'll just start crafting again, but pink dye is remembered, just like sand here is remembered as well. And then the second recipe is pink dye 4 sand 4 gravel turns into 8 pink concrete, and then that is being fed to the export area. So this is the export area. Logistical transport pipes will take from this area right here and put into the pink generator. So pink concrete powder, if we have a look at the pink generator, generates 135 FE per tick, and it also runs for 3.45 seconds. Now if we have a look at the pink generator, everything runs for 3.45 seconds, everything runs at 135 FE per tick. So any of these would work. We could make carpet, we could make, whatever we wanted. We could make stained glass. Glass might have been easier, but I think concrete powder is less steps in my opinion because, well, we need sand and gravel turns into sand in our system, and anyway. So that is making us the pink concrete powder and going in here. Next up we've got the crimson fungus going into this, and I had to do some stuff with Mystical. which is not my favourite thing in the world, but I've set up a nether seed right here. So the nether seed and the nature seed, I set this one up a few episodes ago. I don't think I mentioned it, but the nature seed right here. Did I set this up a few episodes ago? I can't remember when I set this up. Anyway, oh poop. The nature seed and the nether seed turn into crimson fungus. And then we've got a recipe for that already. In fact, what I can do is I could just bin that off because we don't need that. The final one is the metallurgic mycelial generator. So metallurgic mycelial generator. This doesn't matter what type of ingot it is. It will just last for 20 seconds. So you could put in literally unobtainium if you wanted, and it would only last for 20 seconds and give you 100 FE per tick. And it would use a quarter of a bucket of liquid meat. So this is currently running because I've got liquid meat already set up. It's actually just set up over there right now. I will set up properly another time, I think. But the way you can do that is a mob slaughter factory, and you just have a couple of tanks on there. These are being set up in my little tank storage that I've got. So if I go out into here, we've got liquid meat right here and pink slime right there. So I've set these up just underneath where we've got the stuff upstairs. So I do need to patch this up eventually. Don't need to do it now, but I'm using travel anchors to move up and down. But yeah, there we go. That is the explosive, the nether star, frosty, death, and rocket. So I was originally going to turn these off using redstone signal, but I don't know if that works. Let me get a just a regular lever and rockets. So it's the one with flight duration we need to use. So if I turn that on like that and put that in, okay, it still is using it. That's kind of a pain. Now I believe the nether star generator actually does generate some really decent power. It's like okay to begin with, right? But obviously it gives you withering, so you don't want that. So yeah, I was going to use a redstone link to like try and turn these off. I could always turn the exporters off, but I don't think it's worth doing that. Anyway, these ones, if I do rockets, I need to bookmark the specific rocket right there. So I'm going to unbookmark everything else. This is the one that we're going to use. I believe it doesn't matter which type of rocket you use, as in there's flight duration, and then you know you can get higher flight duration. So that's going in the exporter right there. If I do this, it should export into there. There we go. You can see that it did export because I got levitation. So we also need crafting cards. I don't know if we need crafting cards for all of these. This one we don't. This one we don't. This one we don't. This one we might need crafting card. So 2. Let's crafting. Not called cards. They're called upgrades in refined storage. Now again, it's actually probably better to use TNT right here because it's 5 gunpowder makes a TNT, and 5 times 20 is 100 seconds. So just adding 4 bits of sand to the TNT gets you an extra 60 seconds, so an extra minute. So I think I am going to make the TNT for this. I probably already have a bunch of TNT, right? I do. I'm going to take those out of my system for now. And I am going to put the export on that to be TNT. This one we need to be nether stars, and I'm just going to leave that for now. This one is ice. This one is... Oh, you know what we could do? I'm going to use bone instead. Indeed I am. I'm going to use bone. Because we've got a skeleton simulation happening over here. Now this is really good because polymorph actually lets you pick which type of which type of rocket you want to make out of gunpowder and paper. Now I also don't have gunpowder all set up yet, but we could do that relatively easy. Can we do it with just coal? Oh, we could do this one because we are getting generalized overworld predictions. All right, let's do that. And we got a load of coal, so that's fine. And we can stick these in here. And now Yep, there we go. That is being filled up with these fireworks. That's really good to see. Oh my goodness. I need to set up a TNT recipe. That's fine, we can do that. I'm going to get nether... Oh my goodness, stop it. This is why I wanted to not use this yet. Nether stars go in this one. Ice goes in this one. We might have to just take some damage whilst we do this. And then this one, we're going to put bone. And we've already got TNT in the other one. So bone goes in that one, and that will just do some damage to us. Ice in that one. Nether stars in that one. Luckily, we're too far away, so they're not actually doing any damage to us. If we were to put the... There we go. We'll do this, and then we put TNT in. One of these is not running. This one here isn't running. Okay, so we need to power this animal rancher. That is a lot of explosions, and it's very loud, so I am going to turn that off. And there we go, we got ourselves TNT all automated. Awesome. I did put a little bit of a build around this. I'm not entirely happy with it. My ball that we've got here. Big brown ball that we've... Anyway, yeah, I'm not massively happy with it, if I'm honest, but we'll maybe do some other build around it later. I quite like the door that I put in place, though. You click on this, and using create, you can just get it to lower and then go back up. That's pretty cool, right? Click this one as well, and you can go out the same way. But yeah, I think that's all we've got time for today. If anyone has any tips, like, I know the pink one, I probably should just send all the pink dye that we're getting from this straight into this. That'd probably be easier, wouldn't it? Instead of, in fact, that's what we're going to do. We are going to get rid of this one by just deleting the recipe and hitting apply. And then this one, we want to just send to the external instead of the internal. Get rid of all of these, and now it's going to make us a bunch of pink dye, and the pink dye is going to go in there. Cool. Okay, well, we've got loads of pink concrete powder now, that's fine. Yes. That just means that we don't have to make any sand and gravel. It's just going to send the pink dye in there. Probably should have done that from the beginning, but oh well. Anyway, I don't think there's any others which need extra stuff. Maybe the enchantment factory, if anyone's got any disenchantment like tips on this one, or maybe the potion one. It's probably an easy potion that I could have made. I would have made this a little easier, but looks like the water bottle is doing its job right now. And obviously we've got toast in here. You could use bread, you could use whatever you want, as long as you've got a constant supply in there. We're using toast because it's easy enough, innit? Cool. Also, we've got an absolute ton of copper, so that's why we're using copper right there. Cool. Right, so next episode, I am going to try and get myself the Morgan and try and get at least 3,000 attack damage in one episode. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you you follow along in the series that we've got going right now. And if anyone's got any tips that they want to like share with everybody, then just chuck them down in the comments. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.